on TMZ.
Turns out when Justin Bieber made a killing off of his catalog, that was peanuts compared to what Hailey Bieber sold her company for.
Her beauty brand sold for $1 billion.
So she's gonna get 300 million maybe?
Enough for it to be more than Justin.
Justin got 200.
The whole power dynamic in that relationship has now shifted. She's gonna put him on a budget.
Can she say to him, you go to the Gap, but I'm going to Chanel?
Yes.
I'm going to Chanel.
Former Cassie stylist Deontay Nash is testifying about some paramours that Cassie had during her relationship with Diddy. He's asked about it and he goes, yes, I hooked up Cassie with Michael B. Jordan. He doesn't go much further than that.
But that probably means that they ended up having sex.
If two beautiful people are in the same place at the same time, they're gonna have sex. That's the way it works.
Science.
CNN has obtained crazy video of the Italian tourist who was kidnapped by the crypto bros and escaping the apartment. We see him run up the street to where he eventually met up with that police officer.
He is hightailing it for his life. He's an Italian citizen. And it's like when you're frantic, you speak your language. And it's like, did the cop understand what this guy's trying to say?
You think he was running around saying, Mamma Mia?
Charlie Woods, Tiger Woods' son, won a golf tournament this week.
Also, he has some competition because Kai Trump is being taught by Tiger.
Are they roughly equal? I mean, I know driving is probably better for men.
No, short game is also better for men.
They're better putters.
Men are better at every aspect of the game.
Driving the golf cart, men are better at the...
Oh my God! I've also crashed a ton of golf carts, so
I didn't have to deal with this in prison.
That's the disembodied voice of Todd Chrisley, who's now out of prison and is no longer a dead man walking on the Green Mile and also Shawshank Redemption.
So we got the first glimpse of Todd Chrisley, and it's just his arm. So Savannah obviously went and picked up her dad. He got pardoned, released from prison, and she was documenting some videos, but she didn't show his face. She's just showing it, feeling his arm in the video. You hear his voice about talking how he got jacked in prison.
Feel that muscle.
oh yeah, feel the yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard.
Todd's jacked.
Jacked.
Yeah, he's got some serious guns, all right. But why Todd no show his face?
They're not showing his face because they want to do some big first interview.
I think Devin's right.
He wants the big reveal.
The weird thing is, not only does he not have to pay any of this money back, the restitution, he's gonna make money off the pardon.
They're gonna have a reality show, they're gonna make a fortune.
They're already filming.
I mean, they can make a killing right now.
Possibly literally, in which case Trump can just pardon them again. But why didn't Todd just save time and start filming the new reality show in prison?
Federal prison is way different than state prisons. In state prisons, sometimes you can bring cameras in and whatnot. They're much tougher in federal prisons doing that.
Hello, you talk to Suge Knight all the time and he's in federal?
He's state prison.
Suge's got a phone and internet in there.
Suge and I are like this now.
That's not something to brag about.
Thankfully, he has nothing to fear from Suge, though if he disappears, we will be raffling off his parking spot. Enjoy your freedom, Todd Chrisley.
Todd's jacked.
Jacked.
Beyonce made a fan's dream come true when she did their gender reveal for them on stage.
Oh, God.
This is cool.
So she was performing in New Jersey, and she saw this sign that a fan had, and it said, will you do my gender reveal for me? She rips it open. Get it? Cowboy Carter.
Would somebody just stand up at some point and say, I didn't pay for this?
You want to file a complaint over a gender reveal?
I hate proposals and gender reveals at events like that where you're paying money. Yeah.
But you're not losing. She's not cutting a song from the set to do the gender reveal. You're getting the whole show.
I don't care. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see a gender reveal. How would you feel if some singer says, oh, we're going to do a circumcision in the middle of this? I'm serious.
You're weird.
Deontay, how's the baby? Has she sent any pictures yet?
That's Cassie's former stylist, Deontay Nash, leaving court where he spilled some tea, as in Michael T. Jordan. If you switch the T with a B, because he says he hooked them up back in 2015.
So, remember, there was all this speculation that she may have dated Michael B. Jordan.
Except what came out when she was testifying was more like they were on the same set together.
Well, now we know what really happened. Ish.
They asked him, do you know anything about this Michael B. Jordan? He says, yes, I hooked them up. Why not? He fine, she fine.
He fine, she fine.
Down by the seashore.
When they say hooked, we hooked them up. That's different than dating to me.
It's like I hooked her up, like I introduced them.
If two beautiful people are in the same place at the same time, they're going to have sex.
It's true. That's just science.
Thank you, Madam Curie.
So he also mentioned two other people, NFL linebacker Andre Branch, who we didn't know about before.
See, well, hold on. Is he a beautiful person?
Well, his name is Andre Branch, He doesn't need to be.
You want more than a branch, you want a trunk.
So says the twig.
And also an NBA player named Brandon, but we don't know the last name.
But we have a good idea.
Wait a minute, Joe Biden. It's code for Joe Biden.
Let's go, Brandon, indeed. So thanks, Deontay. You may or may not have created the most beautiful couple of all time. What does hookup really mean? Goodbye, everyone.
You and Martin are in-laws.
Yeah, we're in-laws. He don't have to pay for the big wedding now.
Uh-oh.
Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence are officially in-laws now. Eddie Murphy appeared on Jennifer Hudson's show, and Eddie's son Eric and Martin's son Jasmine got engaged back in November.
They got married?
They went to a church, just the two of them and a preacher, and that was it.
They got married like 2 weeks ago. They went off. Everybody was making the big wedding plans, and then they decided they wanted to do something quiet with just the two of them, and then they got married. And
I wonder if there are stats about how much sort of elopements work out and how much big weddings work out.
Formal weddings create so much stress on couples.
Courthouse weddings are so in right
They're
now.
so in.
Yeah.
Because the wedding industry, people feel frauded by
We're trying to save money right now. Why would you waste it on all your friends and family?
Says the two people that eloped. I had a wedding, I had a great time.
I'm sure you did.
People who have quickie weddings or elope are 12.5 times more likely to end up in divorce than people who don't.
That's like Vegas, though.
That's Vegas. Yeah, we need to exclude places like Vegas.
Exclude Vegas because it's all alcohol.
People who elope in Colorado are 60 times more likely.
New video of the alleged victim in the crypto kidnapping case escaping and getting the hell out of there.
So CNN has obtained some pretty crazy video of the Italian tourist. We see him run up from the basement, out the gate, and down the street.
He is hightailing it for his life. You just see it in this video.
Dude found a cop, and eventually these two jokers, Waltz and Duplessis, get arrested.
Let me tell you what I was thinking this morning. He's an Italian citizen. Maybe he speaks English, but if you're that panicked, you speak Italian.
You think he was running around saying, Mamma Mia?
Polizia, polizia, ho bisogno di aiuto, marrone. Due uomini, due.
My feet have been tased.
You guys are he was tortured for days.
All right, you're right. Yes, it's a crazy story that could take weeks to unpack. And one big question.
What was their end game? Because I know they wanted to get his password to get all of his crypto millions. If he gave it to them after 3 weeks, they just let him go?
So were they going to kill him?
They either kill him or let him go and go to jail. Those are the options.
Can I give you my theory?
No.
I got a text last night from somebody who knows a lot about this, and let me tell you, these guys were insane. Things they did, oh my God.
Well, stop teasing us and tell us.
I can't because we've got to independently confirm this. If this is remotely true, it's so much more insane than you think.
These are two privileged white guys who thought they'd get away with it.
What does white have to do with it?
Because, back me up, Wild.
What do you mean, back me up, Wild?
Glad you're okay, buddy. Please don't judge America just because of this one thing.
Donna D'Errico, remember her from Baywatch? Of course. She was on Baywatch back in the 90s. She was so gorgeous. Well, she found her Baywatch swimsuit and put it on again now at 57 years old.
Does it fit?
And
whoa!
Yeah, 57? No, this is AI. I swear to God. That is not real. I swear to God, it's not fake. She's posted videos before. It's her. She looks.
Dude, she looks younger.
She looks better than she looked before.
I
It's
know.
unreal.
I don't want to brag, but I can fit in my Air National Guard uniform.
I'd like to see that photo. You on a bed, with her, you on a bed with your uniform on?
Try it on again to figure that out.
No, a long time ago, but I don't have it anymore.
What does it look like? Has a little hat?
In what context were you trying this on?
No.
Coming up.
Hailey Bieber sold her beauty brand Rhode Beauty for $1 billion to e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is insane.
She's still following Selena's footsteps. Selena sold hers for $1 billion.
Why do you got to pit two girls against each other?
Plus,
Sydney Sweeney is selling her bathtub water. It's soap with ingredients of her bath water.
Oh, ingredients, so not her actual bath water?
No, it is her used water.
Okay, Charlie, you like Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with the soap?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Mauricio Umansky had surgery.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not going to be able to take champagne showers for like 6 weeks.
we love Hollywood. We just have a funny way of showing it. And now, what did Hailey Bieber do after selling her company for $1 billion? Went to dinner without her husband.
Hailey Bieber sold her beauty brand Rhode Beauty for $1 billion to e.l.f. Cosmetics.
How's your desk job going?
It's reported that Rhode shareholders will receive $600 million cash, $200 million in stocks, and if the company performs well over the next 3 years, there'll be an additional $200 million.
She either has a quarter of the company or 50%. She's going to get, I don't know, 300 million maybe.
Not bad for only starting the company in 2022. Some people work a lot longer for less, like her husband.
Justin Bieber sold his 15-year catalog for less than what she's getting for 3 years of work on it.
Yeah, he made $200 million, but who knows how much of that is left since he's not the best with money.
We have a documentary on Justin Bieber that's on YouTube right now. And we get into his money problem. He was broke in 2022.
He almost had $1 billion before and blew through it.
But now the tables have turned.
She has bragging rights and money.
The whole power dynamic in that relationship is now shifted.
She already left him home while she went to dinner, so maybe he's already on a budget.
Do you think she's like 2 Starbucks a week for you now, Justin?
Can she say to him, you go to the Gap, I'm going to Chanel?
The Gap? Biebs, you're now a Ross Dress for Less guy. Congrats, Hailey.
So Larry Hoover was one of the lucky inmates who was getting a commuted sentence from President Trump. He is the Gangsters Disciples founder. He has been in prison with multiple life sentences for a 1973 murder, and he's 74 years old.
There are a lot of people who say he is a hardcore gang guy.
Well, he founded an entire gang.
Yeah.
So Larry Hoover Jr. is shouting out Kanye West for this.
It started a long time ago with Kanye. He took us to the White House on his platform when he didn't have to do that.
It's really interesting. If Kanye really did have any influence on Trump, the biggest raging anti-Semite in the country, and Trump is trying to throw students out of the country if they're not pro-Israel, yet he would do it based on Kanye.
Yeah, how does he square that?
Amazing.
So the issue is that he still has an Illinois state penalty.
Right.
And Trump can't forgive state crimes.
Right.
So he's not going to be able to just walk free. He has multiple life sentences. He's been in solitary confinement for almost 3 decades.
But he is old now, to be fair.
Who cares? He is eligible for parole.
In 62.
2062.
And he's further along in his reform than the Menendez brothers, who you went to bat
Well,
for.
that's not true because he was found guilty of continuing to run the gang from prison for decades.
And the
after his
Menendez brothers
sentence.
were found guilty of continuing to shoot their mother in the face after she had died.
Do you like Sydney Sweeney? Well, now you can take a bath with her. New soap that's made of her used bathwater.
Sydney Sweeney is selling a product that will include her bathtub water.
Yes, Sydney has teamed up with Dr. Squatch to bring you Sydney's Bathwater Bliss, a bar of soap with ingredients that include water Sydney has actually bathed in.
Hello, you dirty little boys.
That's gross. Only guys and lesbians are gonna buy this. A straight woman's not gonna buy used bath water.
Not even sure guys will buy this. On our website, 89% said that's disgusting and 11% hit the wrong button.
She said that everyone's always in her comments saying, like, I want your bathwater, I want your bathwater.
Yeah, so we have some creepy internet weirdos to thank.
Charlie, you like Sydney Sweeney?
Yes.
What are you going to do with the soap?
I'm certainly not cleaning myself with it, that's for sure.
Right, because why start now?
Have you guys seen the bathwater from a girl? It's all this orange body makeup that comes out, mascara bleeding into the water.
It's true, it's very relevant. What was Sydney doing before the bath? Was she doing something at the gym?
You went sweat.
Yes.
Side note, in Australia, Sydney Sweeney's gross used bathwater goes down the drain the other way.
Do you want a fun fact? I have a connection to a big TV star's bathwater, Elizabeth Montgomery. She was the star of Bewitched.
We can move on, we're good.
Good luck with the soap, Sydney.
Charlie Woods, Tiger Woods' son, won a golf tournament this week, and people are absolutely losing their minds. Charlie has historically not been great at golf. Like, he's been good enough for his age, obviously one of the best players of his age, but not in a trajectory of being like Tiger, you know?
He goes, he's not really good at golf. And it's like, yes, he is.
I'm talking like he beat a few amateurs who are really, really good. And so people are now taking this as an indication that he's arrived finally.
He might, but it's not necessarily, oh, he's Tiger Woods.
Also, he has some competition because Kai Trump is now being taught by Tiger because Tiger started dating Vanessa Trump.
True.
Kai's really good at golf.
I don't know the answer to this. I know driving is probably better for men, but are they roughly equal?
No. Men are better at every aspect of the game. They're driving the golf cart, men are better at the whole.
I've also crashed a ton of golf carts, so I don't have anything with it.
Coming up.
We got R&B singer Omarion on the TMZ Celebrity Tour.
Wow.
I looked at this footage, and on the 6th time, I noticed he's drinking out of a coconut.
Took you 6 times to see that?
Where can you see huge stars in Hollywood? No, not the planetarium, that's for nerds. We mean the TMZ Celebrity Tour, where we've seen huge stars like Kevin Hart, Rihanna, Ben Affleck, The Rock, Mark Wahlberg, Lizzo, Lady Gaga, Ryan Seacrest, and Jamie Foxx. You'll learn the secrets of the city and see Hollywood as only TMZ can show you. Buses depart daily from the Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood, so head to TMZTour.com and book your tickets for the TMZ Celebrity Tour.
Omarion! Hi! We got R&B singer Omarion on the TMZ Celebrity Tour.
Wow.
He pulled up his Escalade right next to the TMZ Tour, and the whole tour was freaking out. And I'm like, what made you reunite with the guys from B2K?
It's a natural thing, guys, to come back together.
That's like NSYNC reuniting. That's like a big deal. But what was really fun about this footage was I looked at this footage, and on the 6th time, I noticed he's drinking out of a coconut.
Out of a coconut?
Wait, it took you 6 times to see that?
We're done filming him, and then I pan over to the security guards at the Abbey who had watched the whole thing. And they were so confused as to how it happened.
How did you know your team?
I don't know. It's a TMZ tour bus. We know everything.
That's crazy.
Because they had never seen the TMZ tour in action, when we catch a celebrity. That's the magic of the TMZ tour.
It's absolutely true. We just have a 6th sense.
Yeah.
But she can't recognize a coconut, apparently. She can spot Omarion from 400 yards away.
They're such big fans of you.
Coming up.
Who's the last living relative of the oldest president in history?
That would be a Roosevelt, I would think.
It was John Tyler, and now the trivia question is gone because his oldest grandson has now passed away at the age of 96.
Wait, why is this shocking?
Make me care, make me care.
I'm in a room full of morons. One of the greatest trivia questions of all time is, who is the last living relative of the oldest president in history? Furthest back in time.
That would be a Roosevelt, I would think.
It was John Tyler, and now the trivia question is gone because his oldest grandson has now passed away at the age of 96. But get this, John Tyler was in office in 1841 to 1845. 179 years ago, his grandson was alive until 3 days ago.
Wait, why is this shocking?
It's not.
Yeah, and make me care, make me care.
That a president from 20 years before the Civil War had a living grandson.
I think if you do the math, it's not that exceptional.
Jason, it's one of the most exceptional facts in history. His dad had him in his 80s. His dad was the son of a president.
We know!
Derek, this is nothing.
Everybody who's alive, who's around 100 years old, their grandparents were alive during the Civil War.
No one cares!
I'm in a room full of morons.
Any person who says I'm in a room full of morons is the moron.
Yeah.